Start your engines, racing fans, because Formula One is hitting the headlines with a shocking twist. The legendary Bernie Ecclestone, once the big boss of F1, is facing some serious legal heat. He has recently pleaded guilty to a staggering £400 million fraud charge. This revelation comes after Ecclestone initially denied the accusations last year, so let's explore more of this shocking news in today's video. Former Formula One chief Bernie Ecclestone has admitted to a fraud charge for failing to declare £400 million in a trust. The incident dates back to July 7, 2015, when Ecclestone neglected to disclose a trust related to a Singaporean bank account holding around $650 million. Initially pleading not guilty in August of 2022, Ecclestone was set to face trial next month. However, he recently reversed his stance and entered a guilty plea at the Southwark Crown Court. In 2015, he did not disclose pertinent information about a substantial amount held in a Singaporean bank account. Additionally, Ecclestone has reached a civil settlement with HM Revenue and Customs, HMRC, in which he will pay a substantial sum of £652.6 million, $798.4 million. This payment encompasses tax, interest, and penalties related to 18 tax years spanning from 1994 to 2022. This financial settlement was revealed by prosecutor Richard Wright during the legal proceedings. The entire situation. During London's Southwark Crown Court session, the 92-year-old Ecclestone admitted guilt regarding one count of fraud by false representation. This admission came just slightly over a month before his scheduled trial date. Ecclestone acknowledged that he had provided a misleading answer to HMRC during a meeting in July 2015. At that meeting, he had falsely claimed to have established only one trust in favor of his daughters, denying any involvement as a beneficiary or settler of other trusts. The truth was that Ecclestone had a role as a settler and beneficiary in various trusts. One of these trusts was associated with a company that transferred a substantial amount of £416 million to a bank account in Singapore in the year 2010. HMRC raised these discrepancies in Ecclestone's statements. In response to these legal matters, Judge Simon Bryan handed down a 17-month prison sentence to Ecclestone, suspended for 2 years. This means that he will only serve the prison term if he commits another criminal offense within these 2 years. This means a 17-month prison sentence, which won't be enforced unless he commits another offense within 2 years, has been given to Bernie Ecclestone. His defense lawyer, Christine Montgomery KC, conveyed to Justice Simon Bryan that Ecclestone deeply regrets the circumstances that led to his trial, emphasizing that he never intended to evade taxes and was always willing to pay what he owed. The legal case revolved around Ecclestone's failure to disclose a trust he held in Singapore to the UK government. After the investigation into Ecclestone's finances began 8 years ago, culminating in allegations that the former F1 magnate provided false information. In one of the meetings with HM Revenue and Customs, HMRC, he declared that he had only created a single trust for his 3 daughters, categorically denying any involvement with other trusts either in or outside the UK. Prosecutors argued that this response was untrue or misleading, suggesting that Ecclestone may have been aware of this inaccuracy. Crucially, they stated that he lacked clarity about the organizational structure of the accounts in question as of July 7, 2015. The case highlighted the necessity of accurately disclosing financial holdings and trusts, particularly those held overseas, to government authorities. He didn't know if he owed tax, interest, or penalties for the money moving through those accounts. Mr. Ecclestone acknowledges that his incorrect responses might have discouraged HMRC from investigating his finances. Now, he acknowledges that he owes some taxes in relation to these matters. Bernie Ecclestone was the head of Formula One for many years until he was removed from his CEO position when Liberty Media acquired the sport's commercial rights in 2017. Andrew Penhale, chief Crown prosecutor at the Crown Prosecution Service, emphasized that all members of British society, no matter their wealth or fame, must pay their taxes and be transparent with HMRC about their financial matters. Richard Loss, chief investigation officer and director of the Fraud Investigation Service at HMRC, stated that Ecclestone had provided false information to HMRC. He added that this conviction illustrates that nobody is exempt from the law, and HMRC is committed to ensuring a fair tax system that supports essential public services. Ecclestone had tried to prevent the trial earlier this year. His lawyers argued that the trial could severely endanger his life. A cardiologist testified that the stress from the trial could make Ecclestone more likely to die during it. But the judge, Bryan, didn't agree. He said there wasn't an immediate threat to Ecclestone's life due to the trial process. The decision also mentioned that Ecclestone had paid around £250 million in income and capital gains taxes to HMRC from 1999 to 2017. Ecclestone's lawyer, Montgomery, pointed out during a previous hearing in January that the charges came shortly after he made unpopular comments about Russian President Vladimir Putin. So what do you think of this Formula One legend facing jail time? Comment below and subscribe for more.